Every week we take time in our service to talk about generosity, how we can steward the resources that God has given us to be disciples that make more disciples. And this weekend, the eyes of our world have been turned to Eastern Europe and to the developing crisis with Ukraine being invaded by neighboring Russia. And the world is a big place, but it's in these kinds of moments that we remember how small and connected we are. What happens across the world is felt here at home. And on the flip side, actions we take here can impact those around the world. And there was this image going around of people in Ukraine kneeling in the snow, out in the open, praying for their country with this impending war that is taking place. And it just reminds us that God is at work around the world. And there are so many in difficult places like Ukraine that need our prayers and support. And the amazing thing is we can do more than just pray. Like, that's a great starting place. But we can also choose to be generous to missionaries and ministries that God is using to make disciples in areas like there and around the world. And I just want to introduce you to a few of our missions partners for this year. I'm excited to share with you a bit about them. The first is Impact Middle East. And they're supporting the multiplication effort of home churches in countries in the Middle East that are hostile to the gospel. Another one we're supporting this year is Set Free Ministries, that is combating the very real crisis of sex slavery, both here locally in Seattle and around the world. And finally, Cornerstone International and our friend Hal Hamilton. And they're equipping missionaries that are going around the world with the gospel. Okay? These missions opportunities are ways our generosity can make an impact on lives around the world. And our goal as a church is again to see $7,000 total raised to support these efforts between church budget and the faithful giving of people like you. So I just want to say thank you for your continued generosity. May not just in your faithful tithe to support Oasis, but also giving offering above and beyond to support these amazing missions efforts. And I'm excited to share more over the coming months about what they're doing. And let's see how God can use our generosity to impact lives around the world with the gospel.